Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about the two attributes of the learner profiles that I chose for this presentation and the pedagogical theories that I believe support them. Straight after our second meeting, I started to think about this assignment. I wanted to be sure I had a clear idea which learner profile attributes I was going to pick. Helping me in this choice were my teaching method, load, and also an understanding of which values I consider important or I model with my students and colleagues. I'm saying this because, as we know, the learner profile attributes are not just a description of the ideal qualities of our students. They are attributes that should describe everyone involved in the IB world. In the end, I decided to choose communicator and reflective. To help me reach a holistic and complete point of view, I analyzed the main paper commissioned by the IBO. I read a number of blogs on the IB Online Curriculum Center. I considered Wells' critique to the concept of attributes and values of the LP. And of course, I reflected on my own learning and experience, especially my new experience at Santa Maria College and IB School. Kay Bullock, in her literary review of the 10 attributes, groups these attributes in 4 related themes that address the IB emphasis on intellectual, personal, emotional, and social growth through the domain of knowledge. Communicator is part of the culture or social theme. This theme includes communicators and open-minded. Many recent approaches to learning emphasize the contribution of the community where learning takes place, the importance of collaboration with others, and the ability to consider and evaluate different perspectives. On the other end, the cognitive or intellectual theme includes knowledgeable, thinkers, and reflective. This theme addresses the cognitive process of acquiring in-depth knowledge and understanding. It considers the interaction that encourages the development of concept and mental models. In my opinion, in both attributes, we can see the influence of Piaget cognitive development. Piaget believed that children go through 4 universal stages of cognitive development, and this development was a progressive reorganization of mental processes as a result of biological maturation and, important for us, environmental experience. Children construct an understanding of the world around them, then experience discrepancies between what they already know and what they discover in their environment, and adapt the schemas. However, Vygotsky and Brunner prefer to see children development as a continuous process more than fixed phases. Vygotsky, in particular, argued the social interaction is crucial for cognitive development, since it provides language opportunities, and language is the foundation of thought. Brunner instead underlined the importance of the process to be an active one, and suggested that learning should be participatory, proactive, and collaborative. Therefore, we can say that it is a social and constructivist model of learning which underpins the values of the IB learner profile, since the perception of education for the IB is the development of the whole person. Learning is seen as an active lifelong process and as a result of the relationship between a person and the world. But let's look at the first attribute, communicator. We express ourselves confidently and creatively in more than one language and in many ways. We collaborate effectively, listening carefully to the perspective of the other individuals and groups. This is an out quality and requires the active participation of the learner. We can notice keywords as express, collaborate, the other individuals, and groups. These keywords connect with Vygotsky and Brunner line of thinking. Reflective. We thoughtfully consider the world and our own ideas and experience. We work to understand our strengths and weaknesses in order to support our learning and personal development. From my point of view, reflective is an inside quality, and it is a personal response of the learner. Here are the keywords: thoughtfully, ideas and experience to understand. I believe that behind the attribute of reflective, we can find the Kolb's model of experiential learning, which was adopted and developed in 1984. Kolb indicated that effective learning was the result from a cycle that included experience, reflection, conceptualization, and testing all concepts in new situations. New knowledge was added through life experiences or from being told, and internalization processes were achieved through reflection and active testing. Sean and Bott supported this theory, adding that reflection on changing ideas is the key to effective learning. In order to improve an activity or to understand something more deeply, it's necessary to consider new experience of it in the context of past understanding. They believed the reflection was even more important than the result of the experience itself. Reflection allows new thinking to be accommodated into existing learning and beliefs, and the whole to be adjusted. However, both qualities can be interpreted in different ways according to the cultural context we find ourselves in. According to Walker, the same words can have a different meaning. Let's look at confidently from the communicator attribute, for example. A lot has been said about the difference in culture and values between the West and the East, and how, for example, in Asia it is more about the group than the individual, but also how it is part of the culture to communicate a certain way that does not portray confidence as a great quality to have and the best way to present oneself. It is the concept of community of practice introduced by Lev and Wenger. To this we can add the concept of school culture, introduced by Rutter in 1979. It demonstrated that schools that have a high expectation in effort, achievement, and behavior make a huge difference in the future of the children. From this concept, it was identified that factors like good communication, collegiality, high expectations are the ones that affect school culture. If we put together Communicator and Reflective, we obtain cooperative learning and critical thinking. Two ideal partners, in order to obtain a great learning experience. There's evidence that working in teams or groups is a way of promoting academic engagement through the increase of responsibility of group performance. If we then add the opportunity for students to discuss and be exposed to different points of view, that is when we achieve our best results. Thank you very much, and this is the bibliography for this presentation. Thanks.